Now here's a game I've hated. I used to play Spy vs. Spy a bit as a kid. It was one of those, well, this is the game we have available situations. Or maybe it was because of the competitive two-player mode. But either way, I never had fun with this game. And now here we are at the Famicom version. Spy vs. Spy was a long-running comic strip in Mad Magazine. The premise is there's white spy and black spy, two identically drawn characters who just have different clothing. One spy tries to pull off something sneaky, and inevitably gets fatal comeuppance from the other spy. It's a classic comedy setup. This was turned into a computer game in 1984, and then Kemco ported that computer game to the Famicom. In this game, the first player always takes control of White Spy. The goal of each game is to locate 4 items in a maze of rooms and then escape to the airplane. You can't carry more than 1 item at a time though, so you'll also have to locate a bag to put them in. You have to have all 4 items before you exit. Trying to go out through the plane door before that just gets you shot. Black Spy is doing the same thing as you, and you can in fact see each other's actions on the screen. You search by going up to furniture and hitting the A button, which will move it aside. And if you press the B button, that cycles through your available items, and eventually you'll reach a map that shows the location of all the items in the stage. The key to the game is planting traps for the other spy who's also looking for things. You have an unlimited quantity of bombs, springs, and buckets of acid to plant as traps. Bombs and springs have to be placed behind furniture, and acid buckets have to be placed above closed doors. Doors have to be opened and closed with the A button. If a spy activates a trapped spot, then they're instantly killed, the other spy snickers a bit, they lose a large amount from their game timer, and they also have to wait about 10 seconds to respawn. There are items you can carry around to mitigate this, and they're always picked up from the same spots. Take an umbrella from the rack to protect you from the bucket of acid. The water bucket from the fire extinguisher panel prevents the bombs from going off. And the wire cutters from the toolbox prevent the spring from going off. There are also time bombs that you can plant. A character who enters a room with a time bomb turns blue for a moment, and then dies. If you exit the room with a time bomb, that's enough to disable it. You need to keep in mind where your traps are too. You can fall into them just as easily as the other spy. If 2 spies enter the same room, then they get to engage in fisticuffs, unless one has picked up a weapon, in which case they have a massive advantage. Fighting is just mashing the A button as fast as you can. And when you're playing against the computer, you're probably not going to win unless you have a weapon. Just run for it. The challenge comes in because you can only have 1 item out at a time, and if you switch by pressing B, then you lose whatever you are carrying. So protective items just go away, and the key items that you're trying to collect wind up going back to their original spot. So what you have to do is pick up the key items, move them to a new hiding location that's closer to where you want, then plant your trap, or look at the map, then retrieve your item from the hiding spot, and move on. It's incredibly frustrating to have items just vanish like that on you. And you're pretty much guaranteed to reset your progress, or get rid of a protective item that you need, because you just wanted to see where the next item was. The biggest problem with Spy vs. Spy is that the strategy is all trivial. There's no guarantee that someone's going to check any given piece of furniture. On the other hand, they absolutely will have to walk through a door. That makes the bucket of acid the best item in the game. And even a human opponent who knows what you're doing can't keep the umbrella forever. They have to pick up items sometime. Similarly, to avoid getting hit yourself by traps constantly, it's best to just kill the opponent's spy. Run down their timer, and then once they're dead, then you can collect all the items. The AI is especially brain dead in this one. If there's a choke point on the map, just put the bucket of acid over it and do it forever. you'll keep them locked up. There are 8 stages in Spy vs. Spy, but you don't advance through them by clearing them. Instead, you select which level you want to play when you start the game. When you win, you just get this little scene of you flying away, and then you go back to the main screen. As painfully unfun as Spy vs. Spy is, it must have been a success. Kemco released the sequel to the game about a year later. And this really isn't a fun game. Since you can't detect traps before they're set off, it winds up feeling very arbitrary. Once you know the basic strategies, it's really hard to lose. And those basic strategies are ones that if you use against another player are likely to get you hit. Apparently Spy vs. Spy is thought of well in Japan, though I did find a comment on a gaming site there that you will damage friendships by playing it.